Alright guys, we're doing some more skinning today. Decided I'd go live if anybody's able to get on. I got 4 coyotes, 2 raccoons to skin. I've already skinned a fox, but I did a video for YouTube on the fox. I think my brother's going to come down later and help me skin. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me. He gets off in about an hour. But, yeah, we got a bunch of coyotes to skin, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. If anybody's able to get on and watch. Hey, Country Style. Rob's Outdoors, how you doing? It's going good. Getting ready to do some skinning. Got a bunch of coyotes and stuff to skin. Wasn't able to get around to skinning yesterday, so I got yesterday and today's catches to skin. We had a really good day today. Caught 3 coyotes today. So that takes my season total to 13. Hey Brian, how you doing? Yeah, I've caught 13 coyotes now this year. My goal was 10, so I've surpassed that. I'm happy. I'm excited. But now got a lot to skinning to do. So figured I'd go live, and as soon as I'm able to get on and do some chatting. Said I think my brother's gonna come help me later when he gets off work. So I'm gonna try to get a few done before he gets here. I skinned my fox, but I did a YouTube video on it. Well, thank you guys for getting on and watching. So, I have, like I said, I caught 3 coyotes today. I'm gonna have that video hopefully up on YouTube tonight. Depends on when we get done with this. It might be tomorrow before I get it done. I'm doing good, Brian. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I also caught my biggest coyote ever. He's just under 35 pounds. So I'm gonna skin this one. I'm gonna keep it and tan it for myself. So I think it's pretty cool to catch one that big. Definitely by far the biggest one I ever caught here. Was Monday. I caught my biggest one other than this, and it was just a little over 27 pounds. So this one's just almost 35 pounds. So I'm happy about it. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and I don't know which one I'm gonna start with. I'm just gonna grab one and get started. So sorry, somebody sent me a message on Facebook. Hey Scab, how you doing? Getting any catches yet? I know you said you're having a hard time with people on, was it public land? You're having a hard time with people messing with your stuff. I hope that's getting better for you. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on coyotes. I might be able to turn this around so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing over here. Get my gland bucket out of the way. So I always start my coyotes on the tailgate, and as you guys can see the pile of coyotes I got over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Take my sharpener. Get them hung up. Alright. Turn you guys back around here. Yep, too far. I got you guys sitting on a metal barrel and there's too much stuff on the barrel. That's good. So you ain't caught nothing yet, Scab? I know you said you was having problems with people messing with your stuff. Got a skunk that I'm going to make a hat with. You're welcome. I'm glad that video helped somebody. I've been told twice today that one of my videos helped somebody do something that they were having troubles with. So I'm happy that I'm able to help somebody, help you guys out. A little bit of information. You never know what someone's struggling with. So everything helps. I was going to make a skunk hat for my brother-in-law, kind of as a joke, but yeah, they told me that I'd have to have 3 skunks, and it was about $200, so I decided not to do that. A cotton rat and a DP today, that's it. Are you still having people mess with your sets? I know you made a video on YouTube a couple days ago about people messing with your stuff. Well, if I can figure out where I put stuff. Lost my knife for a second there. So, alright, so this is coyote number 1. This is the first one we caught today. Go ahead and get started on them. So for you guys that watched my live the other day, Sunday I think it was, my phone got too cold and it shut off while I was doing the video. And if you were on Sunday, also I never did get that mouse. I've seen him a couple more times and tried, but he's a quick little booger. Alright, Anthony, I'll let you know. See me sell some ammo. Man, when I had my outdoor store, I used to sell quite a bit of ammo. But some of the laws on like shipping and stuff have changed in the last 3 or 4 years. They're not messing with them yet, but did see someone walking a dog on camera. Man, that sucks. Is public land all the land you have to hunt? Rob. Yeah, I've had that a couple times. There was a place that I used to, me and my wife first got together. It used to be a field that I loved to hunt. Uh, we else called it O'Brien's Field, and we'd hunt it all the time. But there was one year we sat there 4 or 5 mornings out of the week, and 3 of those mornings had somebody walk up in the field on us. Uh, Definitely doesn't make you happy when you're trying to hunt and somebody just walks up on your land. Scab, appreciate that. Yeah. Is your deer hunting spot? Was it on public land or private land? Owned by timber companies or leased by hunt club? Yeah. I have a good friend that is in a hunting club, and he started doing some trapping, and now he traps a lot on the lands that his hunting club is on. But from what I hear, a lot of hunting clubs don't want anybody on the land that they're hunting. Doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're trapping or whatever. And a lot of them, if they do, they want you to pay gobs of money, and you shouldn't have to pay money to trap, man. If someone's wanting you to pay them to trap, just say thanks for the offer. I'll think about it. Cause man, I read something today about a farmer. There was somebody that owned land or was trapping land up against a farmer, and asked the farmer, "Hey, can I trap your place?" They said, "Well, I have somebody else that's offered to trap it or wants to trap it, and he offered to pay me $100 to trap my land." He's like, "So I'll have to think about it." He's like, "Well, if you want to pay me 125, I'll let you trap it." The guy's like, "You know what? Don't worry about it. I trap on land just across the creek. I'll just wait till they go over there." Because man, you shouldn't have to pay somebody to trap their land. So a lot of people might not see it, but you're doing them a huge favor for trapping their land. A lot of people don't see it that way, but just the way it is. So I mean, unless you just have absolute amazing land, I wouldn't pay to trap on someone's land, man. So a lot of all the land I trap is private land that I've had permission to trap. The road where I caught a lot of my coyotes, it's on my mom's property. I've been catching a lot of coyotes on there, and then this other place that I've been catching a ton of critters on. Some of my good friends that I've trapped there. We trapped there like 3 years ago and caught some coyotes and fox and stuff there, but the line I'm running this year is about 4 times the size it was then. We've caught quite a few things over there, but I'm hoping to go over there next year. And next year I'm gonna try to have about twice as many traps out as I do now. I also found out I didn't know that there's about another 100 acres to that property. I didn't know it was his. I thought it was a neighbor, and then I found out about a week ago that that's his too. And I was like, man, I wish I'd known that because it's 4 fields with a huge creek going right in the middle of the field. So that would have been awesome to know that, but I know that for next year. Guess I'll look at the comments if I go back over there. And I don't like how I have to keep pulling the comments off. Yeah. Some of those people that are in hunting clubs, they just, I don't know. Some of them are real good, but then there's some that just think they're like God's gift to the earth. They think that their stuff don't stink, that they're top of the line. And it's usually people that are in hunting clubs and normally the wealthier people that, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of them are real snooty, I'll say. A lot of the ones I've ever met, anyways. There's birds flying in here. Oh, there's a button to pull the comments back up. Wish I'd known that. That's cool, Scab. Yeah, there's definitely a big change for people coming from over there, coming back here. And a lot of them have a hard time finding something to do. I know a lot of people that are, 50 that have been out of the service for 20, 30 years that never really got over the stuff that happened over there. Still don't really know what to do over here, even though they're in their 50s. A lot of the ones I know became truck drivers and drove trucks for 25 years. Next skunk, you'll make me a hat. Do you make hats and stuff? Do you make them yourself? Do all the sewing and stuff? Yeah, I was gonna ask somebody about making a hat and asked them how many skunks it would take, and they told me it'd take 3 skunks to make one hat, and it was like $200 to have them make the hat. So I decided not to do that. You sent me an order. You need it yesterday. I'll try to get it to you quick, but I don't know if I can get it to you that quick. But how you doing tonight, Otter Cat? You can't discharge firearms on the property you trap because it's a skeet club accused the landowner of firing a round over a mile through a hill, ricocheting off the tin roof. So you're saying you can't discharge a firearm on private property? So for you that don't know, when you're skinning a coyote, if you're keeping glands, on a male coyote, I'll always keep the testicles. On a female, I'm not sure what you want to call it, but I always cut this off the fur once I pull it down. Keep it as a gland. I'm not sure what you want to call it though. Yeah, Scab, I understand that. Especially just the last couple of years. Laws especially have been changing so fast. I couldn't imagine, being a trapper or hunter or something and going overseas for 24 months, coming back because, I mean, your laws could be different, your seasons could be changed. You might not even be able to do what you used to do anymore. The way laws change anymore, man, it'd be hard if you're not consistently keeping track of it. I mean, I keep track of it. Sometimes it's hard for me to see what's going on. Had to pay a $1,500 fine. So the Skeet Club accused the landowner of firing a bullet on his own property that hit a tin roof of a building, and he had to pay a fine for that. Is that what you're saying? I'm just trying to see what you're saying. I think that's what you're saying. I don't know what gun laws are up in Oregon. I think you're in Oregon. I'm pretty sure you are, if I remember right. I don't know what the gun laws are up there. Yeah, I use the pads for glands. I use the testicles, let me say I call it the poop chute. Testicles, poop chute. I'll use the pads, the glands underneath the armpits, the back of the legs. I don't, a lot of people cut out like the bladders, and some people use like a liver or kidney stuff. I don't do that mainly because I don't want to cut the guts open and have to mess with all that. And it's kind of, to me, using the bladder and stuff is kind of just filler. All it takes is one or two skunks, 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, the guy I asked, he, I think what he quoted me honestly was like if I were to send him green fur and he sent them off to get tanned and then did it. I'm not real sure. I think that's what he was talking about, is him having to send him somewhere to get tanned because he didn't do tanning. But I think that's what he was talking about. So he was adding, the $80 in tanning that it would cost. Otter cat. See Scab ain't in jail yet. Hey Nico, I ain't found the bastard yet. Yeah. Scab basically anything outside the city or anything. So Anthony, do you live close to Portland? So I don't know what the gun laws are up there or anything like that. You can tan stuff for $5. Tan what? What are you talking about? Like, what are you tanning for $5? Because I mean, most of the like the orange bottle, the Indian tan, stuff like that. A lot of those will do like 2 coyotes, and they're $7, $8. If you're doing brain tan, that's a lot of brain. Switch to air using like a pellet gun. Isn't that what Coon Creek uses? They started using the CO2 pellet gun. I think that's what he's using. Yeah, I don't have any like air rifles or CO2 rifles or anything like that. I just use a 22. 14-day background check. See, about all the guns I've ever bought, it's every gun I've ever bought, I've done the paperwork, bought, and taken home all within like an hour and a half. All of them. I'm here in Missouri though. I think there's a big difference. No, see, I don't hear much about Portland. Actually, Oregon is a place I would like to go. Mainly foreign person. I don't know if many of you know who Scott Haugen is. But he used to have a couple TV shows, and he writes in a bunch of magazines. But he lives in Oregon, and I've talked to him quite a few times. I know he used to trap. I keep trying to get him back into trapping. You make your own tanning solution. Yeah. Comments got away from me. You personally know Scott? Yeah. I've been watching his stuff like very, very, very frequently for about 3 years, and I've talked to him a couple times. I try, like I said, I keep trying to tell him to get back into trapping. He posted a video a while back of coyotes, and told him, I said, get you some traps, put them out. But yeah, I don't go to any hunting shows. I've been to a few. Uh, Back before I owned the outdoor store, I used to be pro staff for a couple companies and went to a couple of those shows to work booths. And there's a whole different world going to a hunting convention than a trapping convention. I'd rather go to a trapping convention any day of my life because it's a lot calmer at trapping conventions. The people are a whole lot nicer. So a lot of the people at the hunting conventions are know-it-alls. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just the trapping conventions I've met. There's so many more people at the trapping conventions that are nice, down to earth people. Not so much the hunting conventions. A permit for pistols. So you have to have a permit to own a pistol. Is that what you're saying? Dunlap's trying to get you to go to the Iowa convention. Uh, I'm planning on I would really like to, but I don't know if we're gonna have the money to go to the Iowa convention. Uh, I know I talked to Trapper Jay. We've talked 7 or 8 times about going up to the NTA in Ohio and setting up together, but that's a long drive for me, and I don't think I'm gonna have the money to go. So I was planning on going to about 7 or 8 conventions, but it looks like we're only gonna have the money to maybe go to about 2 of them. There's a bird right there. You guys see that bird on that burrow? Keep going. I'm gonna get this camera set back up. Yeah, trapping conventions are way better. So that's crazy. Have a pistol purchase permit from the sheriff. That's crazy. But yeah, I know we're gonna go to the Missouri convention because it's only an hour and a half from where I live. So even if I just go to hang out, we're gonna go up there, and then I'm gonna try. There's a Backwater Baits. Bruce Rhodes, he hosts one up in Iowa. I'm gonna go to that one, and then Nebraska. Those are the three that are really on my top list that I'm gonna be trying to go to. So, but again, it all depends on money. If they were to be tomorrow, I would not be going to any of them. That's for sure. Yeah, the convention itself isn't too expensive. Most of the conventions I can get 4 or 5 tables for $100 or so. That's not really the problem. It's the $300 for a hotel, $300 400 in gas up there and back. That's the problem. Most of the conventions we went to cost close to $1,000, and so not sure if we're gonna have the money to do all that this year. So it is what it is, I guess. So I always say that watch out when you're pulling your fur for the glands. I just cut that gland off the fur because it came off when I was pulling it. Yeah, any gun I've ever bought, pistol, rifle, whatever, it's always been buy, fill paperwork out, buy, take home, all in an hour or so. Try to ground some bobcat meat. Trying to keep up with the comments here. These are fairly warm. I just caught these a couple hours ago. I just spending most of my time here reading comments, talking. You guys can hear my phone going off. Yeah, with my phone number being on the Google business page and all that other stuff, I literally get 15, 20 spam calls a day. So sometimes somebody's calling the business and my phone will pick it up as spam and it won't go off. So I'll have to, sometimes I don't get the voicemail until the next day or something. But yeah, the spam calls I get are ridiculous. I got 3 coyotes today. Uh, Here's my fox that I skinned already earlier. He's real pretty. A lot of red in them. Red, gray, black, white. A real pretty fox. My big coyote was real pretty too. Real dark looking. I like the darker looking ones. Yeah, 13 coyotes and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of my coyotes have 6 or 7 of my coyotes have been in the last week. A poor man's pulling stuff for you. Yeah, I'm gonna have me a skinning system built this summer. We're gonna build one this summer for next year. Need to get a winch. So PA. Oh, what's his name? Justin Steins, I think's his name. He makes a he makes a lot of skinning machines, but he has a roller base. Is made for short ceilings, and so you can put the tail through there and you can roll it, and it pulls your hide down for you. But it's made for people that don't have the ceiling for a winch or whatever. But yeah, me and my brother are gonna build a skinning machine this summer for next year. They get blurry. Probably got blurry because I had my hand up there. I don't know. Or the fur. I had furs up there a second ago. So now we're gonna cut some of the glands off. I always cut the pads, the big pads. I don't worry about getting all the small pads on like the toes. I just get the main pad. And then get this gland right here in the neck. Gotta be careful with those stupid veins though, because we don't want a bloody mess. Speaking of Trapper Jay, he just messaged me. This is call it the skinning pad, but this is where my family does all our skinning. Back, 30 years ago, my grandma and grandpa had a business here, butchering business, where they skin and butchered all the animals for people. It's been closed for about 20 years now, but we still use it for the family, so we maintain it to keep it up for us. So I've been skinning all my animals here, but next year I'm going to have a skinning spot in my own shop, so I don't have to come up here every time I need to skin. Get a message while I'm on the live. Did that just get weird for you guys? I sent Trapper J a message and it like told me that I was disconnected and stuff, so sorry if that made it weird for you. Hey Asher. How are things going in Texas? Yeah. I'm hoping to have a better skinning system. I really want something to hold it so it's not swinging. That's really what I want. Well, that gland was being a real butt. Cold, we got a 20-pound. Man said today was supposed to be 46, the high. So I just threw on shorts this morning and got my truck and went and checked traps, and it was 22, and the high had changed to 36. So it's pretty cold all day. Yeah, Ed Schneider. Yeah, Justin Steins makes ones just like that. I don't know if that's where Ed got his, but Justin Steins makes some like that. He makes all kinds of skinning machines. Yeah, Justin Steins, he makes 4 or 5 different ones. He makes the roller base, he makes the hitch setup, he makes the setup to bolt inside like a shop or something. He makes a few different ones. Poop shoot. Wonder if YouTube likes that. Hey, Deer Slayer, how you doing? Get a 2x4 the trucker. Yeah. So, alright, I still got some coyotes and some coon I gotta skin. So I figured I'd go live for a little bit and see all we're gonna get on and chat for a little bit, but if I'm gonna get anything done, I'm gonna have to just get down and do it. Yeah. You guys that are on there, this was my big coyote for today. It's a big guy. That's probably gonna be the last one I skin, just because I'm gonna just let my brother see him. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Thank you guys for stopping by and chatting. I'm gonna try to get all these done here in the next hour and a half or so. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to watch me go live while I do this. Do you guys like watching me do this or not? I mean, I know I said last time I was gonna do a live at the house where I could just kind of sit and talk with you guys more, but well, it's just time flies by and I'm always busy. So, but again, thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time.